These wonderful Thai ladies, my friends.
My friend.
They created this little hut. Hi, babies. Okay, you guys are good, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Well, they're all here, aren't they? You're such a good mama. Hi, you guys. I love you. Wow. Okay. So everybody's safe. That's good. You're such a good mama. Yeah, you are. Look at you. Okay, good. This makes me happy. Big love to everybody that's sent in donations and prayers and support. Yeah. Okay. Say thank you, everybody. Love you.
Welcome to Galactic Grandmother, Heart to Heart. My name is April, and my special returning guest today is Jeff Cloud. Jeff is the author of Waking Up in the Dream, and he's the creator of a 30-day course by the same name. He studied with Don Miguel Ruiz, the author of The Four Agreements, for many years. So he's had some special training, and he's really a specialist in mentoring deep inner healing and transformation. Besides being a busy spiritual teacher, he has a passion project where he lives in Thailand, and that is the wild jungle doggies. So welcome so much, Jeff. It's so nice to see you again.
Thank you. Thank you for the beautiful introduction. It's great to see you. I love and appreciate your energy and your heart. When I came to Thailand in 2016, I just noticed there were so many stray dogs. And at that time, I had lived in Chiang Mai, which is in northern Thailand, where I'm still at, but I'm outside of Chiang Mai now, out near the woodsy areas. I've always been an animal lover. I lived in the Midwest growing up. And if I wasn't in school, I was in the woods, rescuing raccoons or rabbits. Every animal has a high frequency, especially the dogs and horses. And if they haven't been abused, they're in their heart. I decided that to be in service every day, the thing that was in my face every single day when I left my house and got on my motorcycle were the doggies everywhere, everywhere, everywhere. And they're in the street. And I go out there's a big dam here up on the hill that feeds all the farmers' fields that grow rice and vegetables and stuff. And they've got these really simple but sophisticated canal waterways. So the water runs down from the dam, and there's a lot of woods around. So there's a lot of dogs that were born in survival. They live in survival. They're not used to being around people. And every day is survival for them. There's territories where, dogs protect their space. For them, they might not eat for 3 or 4 days or longer. So I just decided, how can I turn away a dog or a human or anybody that needs assistance? So I just started riding around. I figured out what the best medicines were for fleas and ticks, because that's the main first line of defense here. Because if the ticks get in the blood, everything can start downhill. And then also I carry pills for parasites and worms with me, because most dogs that live in the wild are sleeping in the wild, and they're just getting attacked all the time by fleas, ticks, flies, you name it. And so it's just something that's really rewarding, because to see the joy coming from a dog, or really any animal, and to see that they know that they are loved, it just keeps you in your heart all the time. So this just came about as, helping 1 or 2 dogs. And now it's just turned into an everyday thing. People send in donations. People share information. We network. People help me get the dogs to spaying and neutering centers, because I don't have a car. I just ride a motor scooter every day. You can really connect with the animals in the earth much better than being in a vehicle with windows rolled up or air conditioning or whatever it is. So I just go around and I usually make a couple rides a day. And I just circle around to all these places where I know these dogs are. And there's literally dogs waiting for me every day.
Oh, they've got to
You know,
recognize the sound of your scooter or your motorcycle.
and it's fascinating because over here in Thailand, the Honda Scoopy, as it's called, there's tens of thousands of these motorcycles that to me sound exactly the same. It's a pretty quiet bike, and yet the dogs can tell the frequency from my bike from 1,000 other bikes that I think sound exactly like mine. It's fascinating. They're just so tuned in. They're just such great teachers, and they hold such a high frequency. So that's my take on that.
If someone wanted to get involved with donations for medical supplies, for vet visits, for everything that you do for the doggies, do you have a link that we could put below?
Yeah, absolutely.
Video?
I have a donation link. People donate all the time. This has been a really great week because one of the girls, Miss Ruby, that I've been giving medicine and food to for about a year now, she just had 8 puppies, and she dug a hole in the ground and she created this big den to have her babies in. And she dug this hole while she was completely pregnant. And so I went back about a week ago. The dogs had opened their eyes. I couldn't tell how many were in there because there's like a curve down in the den and I couldn't really see. So I thought it was 5 or 6, but it turned out to be 8.
Wow.
So now I'm going to see these 8 little puppies every day. They're all accustomed to touch now. So, which is a really good thing as far as adoptions go. So I'll post a link. It keeps me going. And these people are like cheering me on. And it's like, it's just all good, loving energy, which works for everybody. So I'm very grateful.
I will attach a video of the puppies to this as well. And, you know, I can imagine that you're teaching a lot about dogs and how to treat dogs too.
I'm doing my best because I'm in Thailand. Thailand is mostly Buddhists, which, you know, we've got these incredible temples with big three-story tall gold Buddhas up on the hill. And these temples where you walk in and it's just like gold Buddhas everywhere and the most incredible artwork and just pristine flowers and offerings. And it's incredible. However, when it comes to the dogs, most Thai people do not treat their dogs with much respect at all. They don't know anything about medication. Most of the dogs I come across are malnourished. They have worms and parasites.
Oh boy.
And the people, most Thai people have their dogs all sleep outside. So they're, you know, those fleas and ticks and stuff they're just subject to it 24 hours a day. And so I do my best to teach them. I shot a short video the other day where I was teaching 2 beautiful Thai women about the medications for fleas and ticks, and then the medications for worms and parasites. And because my Thai is still what is called nit noi, which is almost nothing, I have to use Gaggle Translate to do it, but it translates pretty well. And for the people that are receptive, it's nice to see. And for the other ones that aren't, I just take it upon myself to give them the medication and stuff. So yeah, you just do what you can. You don't take it personally. And your reward is the loving frequency that they're holding. Well, I have 6 dogs now up at the dam. One got dropped off, dumped, and then she had 5 babies. It took me about 2 months to get their trust. And now every single morning when I drive up to the dam, there's this incredible winding road that goes around the dam, and they've got a gate so cars can't go up there. So when you walk up there, you're just surrounded by these woods and trees and bamboo, and the huge lake is down below, but it's really quiet. And when these dogs hear me coming up the hill to the dam, they just come running. So we go for these 3 or 4 kilometer walks every single day, and they basically adopted me into their family. And it's one of the most wonderful feelings ever to just receive that kind of love and to be able to give it back. So to me, dogs are holding the highest frequency on the planet that I know of. And unless they've been abused, and even if they have been abused, you can still win them over and make them feel safe and loved, but it just takes a little bit more time. So
That's
I welcome,
heartwarming.
yeah, I welcome the challenge, and it just becomes addictive. I mean, people say, oh, you're so, great for going out and doing this, but really it keeps me in my heart. It keeps my frequency high. And I'm really the one receiving the gift. I mean, we're both assisting each other, but it's that and Mother Nature just brings me so much joy. And I study these doggies, and they're such great teachers. They really are. Most humans believe that they are above dogs, but I can tell you that I'm around dogs every day that are more intelligent, more non-judgmental, and more in their hearts than the majority of people. And so I'm here to learn and grow, and they're wonderful teachers. So yeah, so thank you for asking the wonderful questions and holding the space.
Well, are there people that help you out with the jungle doggies?
Where I live, there's not a lot of people. In Chiang Mai, a half hour away, there's a group called Hand to Paw. And this one woman named Amandine, she's like 18 hours a day with the doggies. And I mean, they go rescue dogs that have tumors and cancer. And when she says, we need donations to cover this or this or this, people are just doing it. But out here where I live, there's not as many people that are maybe aware. And I've been posting for the last 3 months. If somebody who has a car or a truck would like to assist, maybe just once a month, to take 1 or 2 dogs to get spayed or neutered, that would be great. In no stress situation, no expectations. But as of yet, nobody's responded. So that's the next step of manifestation, to manifest a car or a truck. Because Miss Ruby, my intention was to get her spayed, but I wasn't able to do it in time. And so the thing is with these dogs is, when a female goes into heat, she's in heat for a week or two. And every dogs will come from miles around, and they will stalk the female. And even if they're like young, not even a year old, they don't know what they're doing, but they're just humping on these females. And to watch it is exhausting and it's heartbreaking. So that's the next main goal. Other than that, I'm riding around every day, so I pretty much see the same dogs. So I'm dealing with about 50 to 100 every week.
Wow.
And there's more, because there's some that just won't come up to you. But, you just do your best to slowly win them over. The frequency which you use your voice, and you learn certain things. Like when the majority of people go up to a dog, and the dog will come near them, they'll usually put their hand up like they're going to pet them on the head. Dogs don't like that. The trick is to go underneath their jaw where they can smell you. Yeah, because you put your hand above their eyes, they can't see it. And if they don't know you, they're going to pull back every time.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah.
So it's, I'm learning just like everybody else.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's very rewarding. It takes a lot of time and effort, but it's very, very rewarding. I've fortunately created a really freedom lifestyle where I'm only doing what I love. And it took me a really long time to get to that point. But if I can share anything with people, it's, if you decide that you're only going to do what you love, don't allow the thoughts to come in that it's going to be hard or difficult. Do not program your subconscious with that. Do not allow it in. Do not allow the thoughts of money is hard and difficult, and it's difficult to be an artist. All those thoughts go to your subconscious.
Thank you so much for your time and your energy. I really appreciate you. All right,
Okay.
bye-bye.
Big love.